What's going on, guys? I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. Today I was doing some air layerings, and I thought it'd be a good idea to record them. Yeah, I've got tons and tons of them that I have to perform in this next couple of weeks because the weather is warming up, and so this is the perfect time of the year to do that. And so I've already got this one completed. I just sprayed it with some water. You can see that this is Trident maple, that it's still in a nursery bag. I intend to train the lower part. This is a bonsai tree. I'm going to transplant it in the next couple of months, and then I will have another sapling to work with as well as a bonsai tree. So as the title of the video suggests, this is going to be like an operation in which maples are a very, very clear representative. Over here we got let's see the tag. Deshojo, bright pink spring leaves, red and orange fall color. Yeah, this is a little Deshojo maple. It's beautiful. I've seen it in its full red glory, and I can tell you that it's really, really cool. Anyway, so over there you can see that I used a little plastic bag. It's one of these over here, and you can see that they're fairly long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to perform several little air layers along the little trunk line, just so that we have more chances of them being successful. Yeah, and in the next couple of weeks, like I said, I'm going to perform another one in this little maple, Japanese maple as well, that I have over here. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks over here. Oh, so I also wanted to show you this little bougainvillea cutting that we took a couple of weeks ago when we transplanted the pixie bougainvillea. You can see that in one of the previous videos. Yeah, you can see that it's taken, and it's already got a couple little flowers over there. So yeah, I'm really happy about that one. Maybe at the end of the video I can show you another shot of what the little bougainvillea is doing, how it's doing at the moment. So that's going to be sort of like an update. Anyway, so I said that I was going to use this long little plastic bag, and here's the substrate that I'm going to use. It's mainly pumice, and that's great. That's really, really good for air layering. Some people use sphagnum moss. That's of course perfect. Some people use akadama. That's also perfect. But in the past couple of years, I've noticed that it's not so much that you use rooting hormones. It's not so much that you use the perfect soil. As long as you water it enough, as long as you keep it in the shade, like a bright but shady spot, they take very, very easily. So I'm gonna perform one over here. Yeah, I'm gonna do the cut over here, and that way we will have the. By the way, this is a graft. We will have the main graft and this little leader. So we're gonna remove this. I'm gonna do another one over here. So we have this one, and the last one is gonna be this one right here, and we're gonna have the main leader there. So yeah, we'll see what happens in a couple of months. We'll see if they produce roots. But at the moment, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the bark here. It's impossible to focus because it's so thin. But we can already do the air layerings because it's already lignified. It's not green wood like over here, super green. That wouldn't work. Yeah, because it's already lignified and it's got a good girth. You can go ahead and do this. So I'm going to remove the segments of bark that I'm going to be covering with soil, and that's going to be step number 2. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so here we have the 3 segments of bark that have been removed. You can see that there are different sizes. This one, I mistook the cut that I made with one of the little nodes, and it went further down, so you can see the difference in size of this one and this one. So I went a little bigger with this one as well. And also, you can see that those are the ones coincidentally that are going to be bigger. This is going to be like a smaller plant once it's removed. And you know, it's just a matter of coming in and removing the bark completely. You can see this little green strands. These comes right off. This is part of the remaining cambium. You have to remove that in order for the air layer to be successful. Otherwise, the plant is just going to start healing those cut sites. So you have to remove them all. Also, not all species can be air layered. There are species that are very, very difficult to root like this. For example, the Japanese black pine and pines in general. But others like maples, ficuses, those are really, really good. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. Another thing, you know, you might know this already if you're watching this channel, but you got to perform this during the maybe middle of autumn, right before spring, but never during the winter, never during the summer. Otherwise, it's not going to take. Okay, so now I'm going to place the bag in position. I'm going to start filling it up with soil. Yeah, so here we go. So here we are. The bag is in position. I've already closed the other edge, and in order to do that, some people use tape. I use cling film. Yeah, you can see that it's readily available. You can use it very well. So it's really, you know, one of those things that you have on hand and that you can use for this purpose. The little branch that was over here, I just cut it, you know, because it's going to be in the way. I don't know if it was going to make it or not. So by doing this, I want this little bud right here to become active this next spring. So yeah, we'll see what happens. If it doesn't, well, we got another, you know, 3 chances of this little plant making it. So yeah, we'll see what happens. This is sort of like an experiment, you know. This Deshojo tree is grafted onto a variety that's more vigorous, you know. So it might feel counterintuitive to do this, right? Because you're going to have a plant that's going to have a hard time adapting to your local characteristics, to your local weather, to your local climate. So that's another thing, right? We'll see what happens. You can see that these is growing in not the best soil, really. So I'm confident that once I give these like a nice bonsai soil, like all of the care and all of the spoiling that bonsai trees get, you know, these can survive no problem where I live. Yeah, so if I get 1, that would be great. If I get 2, if I get 3, whatever I do, this is sort of like I said, like an experiment on what air layering can get you. So now I'm gonna start filling this up with soil. Yeah, and I'm also going to punch a couple of little holes here, especially here at the bottom. So when I water, this can be, of course, moist, but not waterlogged. Yeah, and some roots, especially very active roots, prefer to be on the darkness. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cover these with cling film. And we got a little. Oh no! Get out of here, you! She was gonna pee right into my red oak. Get out of here. You see what I'm dealing with over here. So I was saying that I'm gonna cover this with tin foil, aluminum foil, so that they can be in darkness. And then every once in a while I'm gonna check for them and see what they're doing. You know, see what they look like. Okay, so I'm going to start filling them up with soil, and then we're pretty much finished. Yeah, here we go. And here we are. We can see that I've already cut a lot of little holes along the cylinder. And I've also cut a little hole so that this little branch, which is going to be the apex of one of the segments that we're going to cut, so it could go out, you know, and receive the light. So I use cling film to secure the top It looks awful, but it works. And I've also used it to tie these 3 branches together so that we could place the soil nicely around the cup. So yeah, it's pretty much done. Yeah, so now we leave it in, like I said, like a shady, well, not shady, but well lit but not direct sunlight place where it can receive light. And we cover this with aluminum foil. I'm gonna place it over there, leaning against the wall. So because this is heavy, you know, so that gravity doesn't do its thing, and this is all over the place, or the little trunk there, it's broken. So we're gonna do that. If you can put it in a corner where it receives the support of 2 walls, that'd be even better. So I think I'm gonna do that, you know, because that one is not as heavy. It can stand on its own, but this one is heavier. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And anyway, in a couple of weeks, a couple of months really, hopefully we will see some roots, yeah, from this place and from this place and from that place. So yeah, hopefully this will work. Okay, so we're gonna pause the video here, and I'm gonna show you what the bougainvillea from the previous video, what it's doing at the moment, how it's doing at the moment, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so here we go. Right, so I'm going to show you a couple of things. The bougainvillea and this little Japanese black pine seed bed. Look at all those little pines that we'll be working on in the next couple of months. I really like Japanese black pines because they adapt themselves very well to the place where I live, and also because they grow super fast and easily. You can see that I've already planted some in individual little pots, and they look really cool. This little pot right here is amazing. It was a gift from my girlfriend, and you can see that it's really cool. And snail lives there. But yeah, it's doing okay. Okay, so now on to the bougainvillea. Here we go. And here we are. You can see that it's pushing new growth, because the first couple of days it lost all of its foliage. Over here we can see the main sacrifice branch, and like the little cutting that we saw earlier, it's already got some flowers. So in the next couple of months I think it will be okay. By the way, it has already suffered two assassination attempts by the cat. Both occurrences, it has been completely uprooted. And when I got home, I see it laying on the ground, you know. So we'll see what happens. But hopefully, again, the same as with the air layering, hopefully it will be okay. And over here we have another Japanese black pine. You can see the main candle already emerging there, getting ready for spring. And yeah, this is another guy that you can expect to see in my channel in the next couple of months. Anyway guys, I hope you're very well. I hope you continue to have a very good week. If you got comments, doubts, questions, anything, drop them down below. Subscribe to my other channel, the Terrariums and Aquarium channel. You will be really helping me out if you do. Really, thank you so much if you've already subscribed. Yeah, comment away, questions, anything. Hope you're very well, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.